Good morning, everybody. This is Steve Clemens, Vice President of Life Markets at URL Insurance Group. Thanks for joining us for our coffee chat today. Our special guest today is Tom Granata, National Sales Manager with American National. Welcome, Tom.
Good morning, Steve. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. And Tom, why don't you tell us a little bit about your company, American National?
Thank you. Well, I can say American National is the best company I've worked for in 25 years. And it really starts with the people, great people to work for and with. It came down to the opportunity. American National has a broad portfolio of life insurance, annuities, and pensions. We are a 114-year-old carrier out of Galveston, Texas. We're in all states, including D.C., Puerto Rico. And I think you'll find that it's a publicly traded company. It's a well-run, strong financials, and they're all about doing the right thing for our clients, which is you, our end users, and the employees. So it's a good company. I highly recommend it.
Well, great. Thanks, Tom. You know, we at URL worked with American National for a number of years, and I've always enjoyed working with not only yourself, but the staff and people back at the home office. And obviously we work with you guys because you have great products, right? So let's maybe talk a little bit about the products and what you have to offer at American National. And we want to start with the Guaranteed Universal Life?
Sure. Signature GUL, that's what we call it, Guaranteed Universal Life. It's our most popular product. And why is that? Well, it's really good value for the customer. And from there, it's easier to sell for agents because really three main reasons: competitive pricing, return of premium, and living benefits. So it's really that three key points that we call it a powerful combination of guarantees, choice, and flexibility. And that's really a theme through all of our products. So that's why it's our most popular product, our best seller: pricing, return of premium, living benefits.
Great. So tell me, Tom, a little bit about the return of premium benefit.
You know what? That's an excellent point, and it is a way to differentiate. Clients sometimes, for various reasons, want to change their mind, or circumstances change, more likely. Mm-hmm. And along the way, we have built into our GUL, as long as you're age 70 and under, and you are table 4 or better, you'll get our return of premium feature in years 15, 20, and 25. Now, if you're standard or better, age 70 and under, you get years 15, 20, and 25. If you're table 4, 3, 2, or 1 and 70 and under, you get just the year 15 ROP. In the industry, this is one of the most competitive return of premium features because the death benefit cap, how much we can return up to the death benefit, is a measurement, a measuring stick in the industry. And we have the highest benefit maximum, up to 65% cap of the death benefit. So it's a strong feature. It's built in. Most clients are eligible for it, and we're thrilled that it's just part of our value-add GUL product.
And what's the minimum death benefit on the GUL product?
Thanks for bringing that up. It is a low face of $25,000.
Great.
So we have a very flexible. Generally speaking, you can start as little as $25,000. Now, keep in mind, you need at least $50,000 to get all the living benefits, which we'll talk about in a minute. But we give clients ultimate choice how they want to design this product.
Yeah, so we see that a lot here at URL, is the smaller face amount GULs for $25,000, $50,000 as an alternative to final expense kind of planning, maybe at a younger age. And also what we find is with that return of premium benefit and that guaranteed cash out option, sometimes for the younger clients, we'll maybe do a payment period for 20 or 25 years to match that, and
yes.
it doesn't really add a lot of extra premium to the client, and you pay it up early, and you have that exit strategy as well if needed. So we found it to be extremely competitive in terms of pricing. Tom was nice enough to share with me some of the competitive situations here with the product, and compared to some of the friendly competitors in the industry, I think if you reach out to us at URL, you'll find that the pricing is very, very competitive in many situations.
And if I may add, that's post CSO 2017 PBR compliant. Yeah. So it's all compliant, up to date. New York, we have a little transition period, but that will happen soon enough. So all in all, we're thrilled that it's in our portfolio.
Great, great. So we have guaranteed cash out option. We have a minimum death benefit of $25,000 on the plan, and living benefits on the plan. So should we maybe touch a little bit on living benefits? It's a real hot topic in life insurance right now. So what are the living benefits?
Well, let me just go back on one thing.
Sure.
The product does have the ability to single pay, short pay, full pay. So a lot of flexibility on designing the product. So just keep that in mind.
Great.
Like you want to match the 20-year return of premium with a 20 pay, makes a lot of sense. So just keep that in mind. In terms of the living benefits, I'd like to say when I'm talking to Steve and agents and agencies, I like to say when you think American National, think living benefits. We feel we're a leader in this area. We have critical illness, chronic illness, terminal illness on all of our life products. As long as you're Table 4 or better and $50,000 death benefit or greater. So Table 4 or better during the normal course of underwriting, you'll get these riders. You have access to your death benefit essentially while you're alive. In the more likely event of having a chronic, critical, or terminal illness than a premature death. So I think these are an important part of every life insurance conversation. I think it's a great way to start a conversation. Do you have term? Do you have the old kind or do you have the new kind? Do you have living benefits on your term? Do you have a buy-sell agreement without living benefits? So the fact that terminal, chronic, the fact that we have critical, that's a big differentiator. Most carriers don't have critical. We have it in all states, including California. We don't have it in New York, though, but we have it in all other states. Up to 16 triggers, 13 in California. Triggers. When you think critical illness with us, think events. Heart attack, stroke, invasive cancer. So we feel you'll have the ability to make a claim with American National's living benefits as much as any carrier. Essentially, you can accelerate as much as anyone up to $2 million, ages 65 and under. Over that, up to $1 million you can accelerate. So most people do partials. We're going to do an actuarial discount on the back end based on how does the client's life expectancy with this condition. How does this condition affect their life expectancy? Excuse me. And we're going to make a judgment call based on a physician statement, and our chief underwriter and medical director will get together and make an offer. And usually, on 100,000, we might accelerate 50,000. So we'll write a check for 50,000. It's a lump sum payment. So the point is, you can keep coming back for partial accelerations, and you have more claimability with the fact that it's terminal, critical, and chronic, and you have flexibility. You can come back with partial accelerations as much and often as you want. There's a small administrative charge, but for the most part, like I was talking earlier, peace of mind, choice, flexibility, living benefits fit right into that theme. So if you're an agent and you're not talking living benefits, the next agent will. So be sure to at least bring those up in some way, shape, or form.
And Tom, I think that's key. When you mentioned the 16 triggers on critical illness outside of California, 13 in California, when you look at, say, the competitors in the industry that maybe have a critical illness, we see some that maybe only have 5 or so. So there's a lot more triggers. Yeah. And you brought up a great point on business life insurance, on buy, sell, key person.
Yeah.
That's great for the what ifs and the what now. Like in business or in life. In business, it's you have that key employee. Maybe they have a debilitating stroke or a cancer where they're going to be needing treatment for a long period of time. That key person can kick in at that point with that critical illness, or that buy-sell can kick in early, for that father and son where it might be an early buyout or partial buyout. So think about that for business life insurance. Think about living benefits. Like Tom said, if you're not talking about it, somebody else is. So that's a key benefit.
Help sustain your client, help sustain your business with these living benefits. I can't stress how important they are. So thank you for saying that.
Yeah, so thank you. So we talked a little bit about the guaranteed universal life. We talked about the living benefits. What about the term portfolio?
Okay.
The term portfolio obviously also has the living benefits, but let's talk a little bit about the product there.
Yes, Signature Term Series. I would say essentially probably four main elements on why people are selling our term. It's right behind our GUL in terms of popularity. And why is that? Well, first of all, competitive pricing. We're not the least expensive in the market, but we're not the most expensive. I can say this though, we're one of the few carriers with an annual renewable term, where it starts at a very low number, and it's the lowest starting premium in the industry, up to through age 65. Now that's saying something, so do your own research and check it out, but I do find that it does come in handy in many scenarios, and I'll give you some examples shortly. So it's our signature annual renewable term, 10, 15, 20, and 30 are all with living benefits, critical, chronic, terminal. Again, as long as there's table 4 or 50,000, you get these riders. So let's talk about the annual renewable term. So any business owners in a cash crunch, or any client who's in a budget crunch where they can't afford a 20-year term, much less permanent. So AART is a great option to give your clients the coverage they need today with some flexibility for tomorrow, with living benefits. So a client might have an underwriting issue or a smoking cessation issue where they're still considered a smoker. Let's say you're a smoker and you stop smoking 6 months, but you need coverage today. To be considered a non-smoker, you have to be a full year of stop.
And you don't want to get whacked with that tobacco
Right.
rate, right?
So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy American National's AART. I'll pay the smoker rates, but because they're so competitive, I will get the coverage I need today because I can't wait. And in 6 months, I'm going to submit new labs to prove negative nicotine.
So we had a client like that about 3 months ago that wanted permanent insurance.
Yep.
And she's been quitting smoking. So in March will be her 12-month period. So she went with the ART at the preferred tobacco rate for that short period of time to then, say, okay, let's fast forward to March, reach out to the client, assuming she's still healthy, go through underwriting again to then go into the permanent policy as a non-smoker.
Right.
So that's a great
and
benefit.
We even allow you to go if you're age 55 and under, and this is unique to American National. It's actually a big sales concept. We're the only carrier that allows you to go from one term policy to another at American National. American National's signature annual renewable term to American National's signature 20-year term, so long as you convert it within 3 years.
You can essentially convert an ART into a 20 or 30-year term.
With no underwriting and full compensation. Wow. So it's great for someone who just say, I can't afford it right now. And we all hear that from clients. So the ART is a great way to get your client the coverage they need, accumulate clients, and set that appointment for the conversion sale. A year from now, 6 months from now. It's technically... to do the term to term, you have to be no older than age 55 at ART issue, and you have to convert within 3 years. That's the rule. So again, no underwriting when you go from ART to 20-year term, full compensation, to be fair, which is with living benefits. And now from there, the 20-year term, they could even, depending on their age, still have the ability to convert to permanent.
That was my next
term
question.
to term to perm is a reality at American National.
That's
so
great.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, and we've used that ART with agents here at URL for some of those situations Tom has kind of mentioned. Also, those underwriting cases that you think your client or your client thinks they're preferred and they come back standard or even table rated because of something that either they didn't know or didn't disclose, and then you went on that either that guaranteed UL or that 20 or 30-year term to double, triple, quadruple the premium. You can back it down to the ART and still conserve that case.
Businesses love this. You have a short-term loan. Now we do require a 5-year period on the loan, but businesses love this. It's affordable, and it gives them options with those living benefits. They can cancel it. They can convert it. So they can incorporate the living benefits if applicable. So all in all, I just want to say, it's a great concept, and I encourage you to consider it, when and where it applies.
Great. And Tom, let's talk maybe a little bit about underwriting of the term and the permanent products. Let's let's hit on that a little bit.
Okay.
I know you have underwriting called Express and Express Plus, and tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. We allow accelerated underwriting through two programs called Express and Express Plus. So Express can be paper or electronic, and it's under $250,000, all products, all states, max age 65 years old. And the key is you just submit the application electronically or paper, no client interaction. There will be a signature required, but we're not going to do a phone call. And then just wait to hear from us. At that point, we'll say all is well, and we'll issue it within a day or two. Or sometimes we'll, as we run our MIB, script check, MVR, and the Part 2 questions we'll look at on the app, and we'll do a financial check, and essentially we'll determine, we're going to need labs or an exam. So it doesn't preclude you from the top underwriting class, it's just that we're going to need more information. So it may or may not, but the standard is the best class you can get at Express. So we have the latest numbers are 70% of all cases that get submitted in Express get approved within 1 or 2 days.
And those are face amounts $25,000 to under $250,000.
Actually, yes, but down to the product minimum. So the whole
sure.
life goes to $10,000, the GUL 25. Yeah, so
and the term
under
is,
$250 down to product minimums, $100,000 on the term.
Right.
So Express and Express Plus is over $250 up to $1 million age 50. $500,000 age 60, that has to be electronically submitted through our website and through our e-application called Expert App. So you need to be appointed first. We know in Pennsylvania, in many states, you need to be pre-appointed, but keep in mind, to do our electronic app, you need your code, you need to be appointed ahead of time, which we allow all agents to get appointed ahead of time anyway, prior to the application. Of course, we want the business, but we give you, and URL knows this, that we give you the flexibility to get appointed ahead of time. Right. So Express Plus is about 33% of cases going through get approved within a day or two. So, and those are all the underwriting classes. You can get best class, and so it's just a great program called our accelerated underwriting program, Express and Express Plus.
Great, thanks, Tom. And I do see. With American National, you have this precision credit underwriting. I'm looking at some cases here where this has worked out, and you can tell me a little bit about it then. But
sure.
It looks like you have a male 56 here who applied for $700,000 of guaranteed UL. His father died of a heart attack prior to age 60, and the result's a standard risk, which is pretty par for the course there. But because of some crediting, American National, you're able to get him up to preferred. So. Some pretty cool underwriting behind the scenes there that you guys have with your underwriting credit. So can you tell us a little bit about that program?
Sure. Precision credit underwriting is the program, and it applies to all of our products, all states, up to age 60. As long as you're a non-smoker, up to $5 million face amount, you're eligible to potentially improve cases ranging from Table 6 to standard. And we'll try to improve those cases anywhere between 2 and 3 tables using this program. So what we've identified is 14 credits. You can call them lifestyle credits. Like, for example, do you take a daily aspirin or statin? Are you a lifelong non-smoker? Now, you need to be a non-smoker to be eligible for the program, but many of those are also lifelong non-smokers. So that would be number 2. Both my parents lived to age 80. I had a normal colonoscopy in the last 24 months. So you need at least 3 of these credits to move a couple tables, and if you have more, you potentially can move up to 3 tables. So we can go from standard to preferred potentially, or table 3 to standard, table 2 to standard. So table 6 to table 3 potentially. So all in all, we're going to apply this program to all of our cases, and if it fits the parameters, we're going to try to check as many of those credits as we can and improve it. You could have the greatest priced product in the world, but if you can't underwrite it, what good does it do?
Right.
So this tool is really important. Some of you will be more aware of it than others, but just know that we're going to try to apply it on every single case, if applicable. So yeah, good program and good point.
Great, Tom. Well, I appreciate your time today and giving us a little insight on American National. We'll circle back again with American National and Tom on some other topics, but until then, certainly reach out to us at URL and our Life Markets team for any quotes or information you need from American National, and we'll be happy to help. Thanks again, Tom, for joining us.
This was a joy. Thank
Yep.
you for having me.
Yep. And
Thanks,
everyone, have a great day.
Take care.